Hello friends, I am Susan. Welcome back to my channel A to Z English Literature channel. So in this video, I am going to talk about T.S.Eliot as a critic. Now we know T.S.Eliot as a modern poet and a modern dramatist, right? He is also a prominent critic when it comes to literary criticism. He called himself as a classicist. He followed the classical ideas. Let's start with the major work Hamlet and His Problems. Most of us can identify when the people around us are happy or sad. We are innately good at reading facial and other nonverbal gestures from those around us, right? What about when we are reading literature? How do we know what people are feeling then? Without authors coming right out saying what emotions a character is experiencing. That is, John was sad. They rely on an artistic device called an objective correlative. Objective correlative, or a set of objects, images or situations combined to evolve a particular emotion. Objective correlative, or a set of objects, images or situations combined to evoke a particular emotion. The American painter Washington Allston first used the term objective correlative about 1840, but T.S.Eliot made it famous and revived it in an influential essay on Hamlet and His Problems in the year 1919. Eliot writes, the only way of expressing emotion in the form of art is by finding an objective correlative. In other words, a set of objects, a situation, a chain of events which shall be the formula of that particular emotion, such that when the external facts which must terminate in sensory experience are given, the emotion is immediately evoked. Writers or poets or playwrights want to create an emotional reaction in the audience. They must find a combination of images, objects or description evoking the appropriate emotion. The source of the emotional reaction isn't in one particular object, one particular image or one particular word. Instead, the emotion originates in the combination of these phenomena when they appear together. Think of it like this. Why do you suppose horror movies so frequently feature thunderstorms or mysterious messages or take place at night or in an abandoned mansion? Scriptwriters for the genre use these images, scenarios and even character types because they are so readily accessible to audiences as representations of emotions like fear, dread or panic. Do you get that point? In Kabir Singh, Shahid Kapoor's character, the kind of a boyfriend who is aggressive, obsessive and would go to any extreme for his girl. The audience can identify the feelings and the emotions of that character, the obsessive and the aggressive love of a boyfriend, right? Another example, Uire, the movie, it's published in 2019. It's an Indian Malayalam language drama film directed by Manu Ashokan and written by Bobby and Sanjay. The story follows the life of Pallavi Ravindran, an aviation student who survived acid attack that disfigured her face and jeopardized her career. In the last scene of this movie, Pallavi, she is terminated from her job. On her last flight, a boy gives her a rose flower for saving his father who was on the dangerous flight, and Pallavi notices that other passengers from that flight were on this flight. The film ends as the pilot commends her, praises her. What was your emotional reaction after watching this scene? Most of the watchers would say, at first the scene starts out really sad, but we felt new hope for the woman in spite of her grief, right? Why do we all react the same way emotionally? The director provided no voiceover explaining that there is still hope for the woman. In the scene described above, our emotional reaction seems to originate not in one word or image or phrase, but in the combination of all these things together, right? The objective correlative is that formula for creating a specific emotional reaction, right? There must be a positive connection between the emotion the poet is trying to express and the object, image or situation in the poem that helps to convey that emotion to the reader. T.S.Eliot thus determined that Shakespeare's play Hamlet was an artistic failure because Hamlet's intense emotions overwhelmed the author's attempts to express them through an objective correlative. In other words, Eliot felt that Shakespeare was unable to provoke the audience to feel as Prince Hamlet did through images, actions and characters, and instead only inadequately described his emotional state through the play's dialogue. Eliot's theory of the objective correlative is closely related to the Imagist movement. T.S.Eliot suggests that if a poem or a play or a narrative succeeds and inspires the right emotion, the creator has found just the objective correlative. If a particular scene seems heavy-handed or it leaves the audience without an emotional reaction or it invokes the wrong emotion for the one appropriate for the scene, that particular objective correlative doesn't work. So friends, I hope you all understand this term objective correlative. So I will be back with T.S.Eliot's other concepts like association of sensibility, dissociation of sensibility and the theory of impersonality. So stay tuned. Okay, bye-bye.